Hi everyone, awesome day today in Belgium, so I thought why not just show you around. I want to show you some Acers. I have different stages of development, so I'm going to show you some techniques or what you can do with Acers in the different stages of development. Stick around because you're gonna learn something today. First of all, let's start off with the first stage of development. This little tree, an awesome, I think it's a pink dwarf, awesome Japanese maple. Look at the pretty leaves. I mean, first of all, this one now has like a fireish color to it, and then eventually it will become extremely fluorescent pink. So I really love this tree. This is an air layer of a larger tree I have in the garden, and this is first stage of development. So first stage of development, you do nothing, absolutely nothing. I will be giving it some fertilizer and that's it. So I will be doing this in another week or something, or a few days. I will be putting on the fertilizer, but I'm not going to pinch anything. I'm just going to let it grow. I hope to develop something here, or I will just grow it a lot larger. So this is what I'm going to do with this little fantastic tree. So first stage of development is you do nothing. You let it grow, you feed it a lot, and that's it. Okay. So Katsura Japanese maple, lovely orange color in spring, beautiful, beautiful tree. Also a very famous tree for bonsai. Now this is in second stage of development, so secondary. This means that I already made, or I already have my first branches. So my primary branches, like these, this is a primary branch, this is a primary branch, this here is a primary branch, etc. So this means that I already made my primary branches, and now I'm actually going to go into secondary. This means that I want to control my length, not too much, because I'm not going to pinch the entire tree. I just want to control my length just slightly. For instance, I'm going to do this at the entire tree, but first, now this is an example just for you to know what to do this upcoming spring. So here, you have this branch here. I know this is a secondary branch. Basically, I would want to cut it here to 2 leaves, and I would like to reduce or to cut away this entire stem. This is not possible anymore because this is already a little bit too hard. What am I going to do? I'm going to wait until the growth has hardened off, and then I'm going to cut it. Now, imagine that I wasn't late. Now I am, but imagine that I wasn't late. If this was a branch that just came out, then this is pinching. You just remove the central stem and you keep your 2 first leaves. There's something else you can do when it's still fleshy like this. This is still fleshy. Then you can just pinch away the entire branch. This is definitely a possibility. Look at this. This is still very fleshy. You can see by the way it shines, and also you can feel it. If you like try to pinch it, it comes away very easily. Now these are the techniques that you can do with a tree in a secondary stage. Let's just zoom out again. The thing is, when a tree is in secondary, I'm not going to do this everywhere. I want length. If I want length and I want to thicken something up, then I'm going to let it grow. This is secondary. This branch here, this branch, I want to let it grow actually, because this is not thick enough. Your branches at the bottom of your tree actually need to be really thick, or the thickest at the bottom of your tree, because these are older branches and these are younger branches as we move up the tree. This is what a tree should look like in a perfect situation. Now, this branch is, as you can see, a younger branch. This has been grown later. So what I'm going to do here is absolutely nothing. I need to let this grow. I need to let this grow out. As you can see by the wiggly things here, I am growing them out. Basically, this is going to give me more solar panels. These are solar panels. This accumulates energy and by accumulating energy, this little branch will thicken, which is ideal for what we are doing here because we are working on secondary. So I'm going to do absolutely nothing. Here, the one that I pinched was a little bit thicker, and I already made like this base. I'm not sure what to do with this. I'll probably I might just develop this into a branch, and it will have a thicker base, but that's no big deal. It's just generational development of a tree. But this, I don't want it to thicken too much because you only want to grow your branch 60% of the thickness that you want to grow it in, 60 to 70, because this will grow afterwards. When it's developed, this will still thicken up. So I don't want it to be 100% of the thickness that I want. If I want this 100%, so let's say I want this pinky thick, and I grow it to pinky thick, after having more and more solar panels, this will grow more. So you need to think ahead, think of the future of your tree. This one, I don't want to thicken it so much, that's why I pinched it. And that is why, after the growth hardens off, I'm going to come here with a scissor and just keep the overall silhouette of this branch, because it's more or less finished. Has a lot of years to grow, but it's more or less finished because I already have my 60 to 70% of thickness. So this is secondary development, so the second stage of development. You also have tertiary, and I will bring a tree that is in tertiary development right now. Tertiary, as you can see, this tree is a lot faster than the rest, so this means that I am also going to do absolutely nothing. If your tree has leaves, if it's opened up, okay, there are still extensions to come, but if it's this way, when your solar panels are being built, so right now, they're in an energy negative. This actually means that your battery, the battery of your tree, the root base, this here, the pot, is actually the battery. This battery is pushing water, is making or giving the energy to make the solar panels. If right now we start working on them, your tree will start to deteriorate. You will be throwing away energy. This is not what you want to do. Now, because the solar panels are being built, I'm going to wait until they're completely finished. This means I'm going to wait until the cuticle, so the waxy cover, is on the leaves, and then I can start working. For this tree, it's not going to take that long. I don't know why it just popped, and it's just the solar panels are almost already built. So I'm going to do absolutely nothing. This is also not a good example because you can't see anything, so I'll just take a different example of tertiary so I can show you more. But I just wanted to show you this beautiful color. This is a coral bark maple, or a sangokaku. Because of the coral bark here, it also has like a lovely red color in winter, and the branches are like lovely red. So beautiful tree. Let me just get you another one. Now we're talking. This is tertiary, let's just say refinement, because refinement is actually one step further. If you come take a look at the trees here, refinement actually means that I already have my primary branches. I also already have secondary branches. So the branches coming off your primary, these are secondary branches. And I have branches coming off my secondary branches, hence tertiary branches. Now, these are trees that you can start pinching. Why do we pinch? First of all, pinching is not just something you do just randomly. There's one thing you need to do, you need to remember, or you need to keep in mind when pinching. Pinching is all about energy distribution. We are making art by distributing the energy equally to all the places on the tree. If I have a branch, let's just, I have distributed the energy too well. This means that everything is almost equally starting to grow. So everything is starting to grow almost equally, at equal terms. But if I didn't do the work before, I would have something. I might have just this little branch here. This is a little bit more ahead. The leaves are starting to open more than the other one. Too bad I did my work too well, so I don't have an example now. But the thing is, if you pinch, you will redistribute your energy to every tip, and every tip will grow at the same rate, meaning that your tree is going to grow like this instead of like this. What I will be doing, especially with this tree, is when the leaves come out, if you can see here, the top is very heavy. This is a tree that I got from somewhere, and I think the owner let it grow just to revigorate the tree, and it worked perfectly, but the top is a little bit heavy. So what I'm going to do here is pinch it severely and make sure that the energy here is a little bit weaker, so that everything, bottom branches, everything grows a little bit more instead, a little bit faster or thicker than the top, basically making this grow less. Yes. Tertiary stages of development, this is where you pinch your trees. This is the only time you pinch, or you can pinch large portions of your tree. If you're in primary, if you're in secondary, you can pinch little pieces of the tree or little portions of the tree, just to reduce the growth, to not have excessive growth. But if you have primary, don't do anything. And if you have tertiary, that's where the magic happens. That's where you get stuff like this. And I know these are not finished, but I'm really proud of them, because, well, at least I like them a lot. My 2 tertiary trees. I really hope you enjoyed this little video about the stages of development of Acer Palmatum, or Japanese maple. I hope you like my Japanese maples. I still have a lot more. I will be making a video or a little garden tour about them later. But right now, we're almost at our 1,000 subscribers. So I'm almost at my 1,000 subscribers. So please help me out. Just subscribe. I would be really happy if I get the 1,000. Then I can make more videos. Also, there is another video in the making about Pinus sylvestris that I'm going to transform. So stay tuned to see all that, and I hope to see you next time. Have fun.